Fate Night Horrors. Stories that come for you at the hour you least expect. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. Not to an alarm, not to light, just to the quiet weight of morning settling into the room. The ceiling above him is beige, a slight crack near the fan mount. He's meant to fix that. He's been meaning to fix that. He lies still for a moment. The other side of the bed is undisturbed. The indentation on the pillow beside him is shallow now, the fabric smoothed flat. He doesn't look at it long enough to think anything of it. He sits up. The house makes its morning sounds. A faint click in the walls as the temperature shifts. The low hum of the refrigerator down the hall. Ordinary. George plants his feet on the carpet and stands. Bathroom. The mirror over the sink is fogged slightly from last night's shower. He wipes it with the side of his palm and studies his face without expression. Stubble creeping in, his eyes slightly swollen, he runs the tap. Water splashes into porcelain. He brushes his teeth in steady strokes. Rinse, spit, wipe the sink with the folded square of toilet paper when a drop misses. Shower next. He stands under the water longer than necessary. Not thinking, not thinking, just there. The steam thickens the air. When he steps out, he dries off in practice motions, towel over shoulders, around the waist, tossed over the rack. Bedroom again. He dresses in the same jeans from the chair by the window, a gray t-shirt, the fabric hanging loose around the collar. He makes the bed halfway, smooths his side, leaves the other side untouched. Kitchen. The house smells faintly stale, like it hasn't been aired out in a while. George opens a cabinet and removes a white ceramic mug with a thin blue ring near the lip. He sets it on the counter in the same spot it always lands. Coffee grounds, filter, water poured to the line. The machine gurgles to life. George leans both palms against the counter and waits. On the refrigerator door, held by a magnet shaped like a sunflower, is a drawing in uneven crayon lines, yellow circle, stick arms, 3 figures, a house too small for all of them. He looks at it, only briefly. The coffee finishes. He pours. 1 spoon of sugar, level. A splash of creamer, enough to lighten it but not erase the brown. He stirs exactly 5 times. Clink, 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 clink. He takes a sip, winces slightly at the heat. Garage. The door from the kitchen opens with a soft suction sound. The garage smells like rubber and oil, cool concrete underfoot. The car waits in the dim light, dust along the windshield, driver's side facing him. George walks toward it without hesitation. He reaches out, his fingers close around the handle. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. The ceiling above him is beige, slight crack near the fan mount. He lies still for a moment. The other side of the bed is undisturbed. The indentation on the pillow beside him is shallow now. He sits up. The house makes its morning sounds. Ordinary. George stands. Bathroom. The mirror is clear this time. He doesn't remember wiping it. He runs the tap anyway. Water splashes into porcelain. The sound feels louder this morning. Hollow. He brushes his teeth in steady strokes. Rinse. Spit. A fleck of foam clings to the edge of the drain. He stares at it a second longer than necessary before rinsing it away. Shower. Steam gathers slowly, lazily. He presses his forehead briefly to the tile. It's cool despite the heat of the water. Bedroom. He dresses in the same jeans from the chair by the window. Gray t-shirt, the collar hangs loose. He pauses at the edge of the bed. The pillow on the other side is slightly indented this time. Not much. Just to suggest weight had once rested there. He reaches out, his hand stops halfway. He lowers it. Kitchen. The cabinet creaks faintly when he opens it. He removes the white ceramic mug with a thin blue ring near the lip. Sets it down in the same place. Filter, grounds, water to the line. The machine gurgles. George leans both palms against the counter and waits. The refrigerator hum feels irregular today. A soft stutter beneath the steady vibration. On the door, beneath the sunflower magnet, the drawing remains. Yellow circle, stick arms, 3 figures. But the colors are duller. The red of one shirt has faded toward pink. The lines look thinner, as if the wax is worn down without being touched. George tilts his head slightly. He squints. For a moment, he looks like he's trying to remember something. The coffee finishes. He pours. 1 spoon of sugar, level, a splash of creamer. He stirs exactly 5 times. Clink, 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 clink. He lifts the mug, hesitates. For a split second, confusion flickers across his face. Did he already drink some? The surface is undisturbed. He takes a sip anyway. Garage. The kitchen door opens with that same soft suction sound. The air in the garage feels cooler today. The car waits, driver's side facing him. There's something on the workbench along the wall. Small, blue. George glances at it in passing but doesn't stop. He walks to the car. He reaches out. His fingers close around the handle. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. The ceiling above him is beige. There's a faint ringing in his ears this time. It fades after a moment. He lies still. The other side of the bed is undisturbed. The pillow is flat now. Completely flat. He sits up. The house makes its morning sounds. Ordinary. George stands for a moment. He doesn't move toward the bathroom. He looks at the bedroom door instead. There's a sensation hovering just out of reach, like a word he almost remembers. It fades before he can grasp it. Bathroom. The mirror reflects him immediately. No fog, no smear. He studies his face longer today. There are deeper lines beside his mouth, or maybe the light is different. He runs the tap. Water splashes into porcelain. He brushes, rinses, wipes the sink. He does not remember deciding to wipe the sink. Shower. The water pressure pulses once sharply before evening out. He blinks against it. Bedroom. Jeans from the chair, gray t-shirt, same as before. He glances at the bed. Both pillows are flat now. He stares at the empty space beside him. Something should be there. He knows that. Not an object, a presence. He reaches across the mattress and presses his palm into the sheets. They are cool, unused. His hand lingers. He frowns slightly as though confused by his own gesture. Kitchen. Cabinet. Mug with a thin blue ring. He sets it down. The refrigerator hum stutters again, longer this time. He doesn't look at it yet. Filter, grounds, water. The machine gurgles to life. He waits. His eyes drift toward the refrigerator door. The sunflower magnet is still there, but the drawing beneath it is faint. So faint it almost looks like blank paper. The yellow circle is barely visible now. The 3 figures are ghosts of lines. George steps closer. He studies it. His mouth tightens. He doesn't know why. There is something about it that feels important. He opens the fridge. Cold light spills over him. He stares at the shelves without reaching for anything. Closes it. The drawing flutters slightly from the motion. A corner lifts. Behind it, another photograph, partially hidden. George stares at the edge of it. There's a shape in the image. A shoulder. Brown hair. He doesn't move the drawing aside. The coffee finishes. He pours. 1 spoon of sugar, level. He opens the creamer. It's nearly empty. He tips it harder than usual. Too much spills in. The coffee turns pale. He stares at it as if it has betrayed him. He doesn't fix it. He stirs 5 times. Clink, 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 clink. He drinks. Garage. The door opens. The air feels heavier. On the workbench along the wall sits the small blue object. A child's sneaker. Velcro strap undone. Dust settled into the fabric. George stops this time. He stares at it. A pulse beats visibly in his throat. He steps toward it. His hand lifts slightly. He doesn't touch it. He doesn't seem to know why it's there. His face tightens. Not grief. Not yet. Just strain. Like a muscle pulled in the mind. He turns away. The car waits. Driver's side facing him. He walks towards it. He reaches out. His fingers close around the handle. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. He doesn't open his eyes immediately. He listens. For something he doesn't know what. The room is silent. He opens them. The ceiling is beige. There is a faint dampness on his cheeks. He wipes it away absently. The other side of the bed is empty. He stares at it longer than before. He looks confused, like he expected someone to be there. He cannot remember who. He sits up. The house makes its morning sounds. Ordinary. George stands. He looks at the bedroom door again. The feeling is stronger now. Not a memory, more like pressure. Like something is supposed to happen in this room before he leaves it. He turns slowly. The nightstand on the other side of the bed is no longer empty. A ring rests there. Gold, plain band, slightly scuffed. He stares at it. He doesn't move closer. His brow furrows not in recognition, but in confusion, as if he's trying to understand why an object would be placed somewhere without explanation. He blinks. The ring is still there. Bathroom. The mirror reflects him. There's a faint crease between his eyebrows that wasn't there before. He runs the tap. The water sputters before flowing clean. He brushes his teeth slower today. Rinse, spit. He leaves a droplet in the sink this time. He doesn't notice. Shower. He stands under the water and closes his eyes. For a second, just one, he hears something. Laughter. High. Brief. It echoes like it came from another room. His eyes snap open. Only the water. Only steam. Bedroom. He dresses. He hesitates before leaving. His eyes drift to the other nightstand again. The ring. He approaches it this time. Picks it up. It's cool. He turns it between his fingers. There is an engraving inside. The letters are faint. He squints. The engraving looks blurred, like ink left in rain. He can't read it. He places the ring back exactly where it was. Kitchen. Cabinet. White mug with the blue ring. He sets it down. The refrigerator hum is uneven now. A faint pulse under it, like something struggling to maintain rhythm. He prepares the coffee. Filter, grounds, water, waits. He looks at the refrigerator door. The drawing is nearly gone, but the crayon has faded to a suggestion of color. He lifts the sunflower magnet. The paper slips free in his hand. Behind it, fully revealed now, is a photograph. A woman. Dark hair pulled back, soft smile. Her head tilted slightly towards someone outside the frame. George stares at her. His expression is blank. He studies her the way someone might study a stranger's face in a waiting room. His lips part slightly. He searches for something. A name, perhaps. Nothing comes. The coffee finishes. He pours. 1 spoon of sugar. He forgets the creamer. He stirs 5 times. Clink, 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 clink. He lifts the mug. His hand trembles slightly. He sets it down without drinking. Garage. The air is thick. The child's sneaker remains on the workbench, but it looks smaller, or perhaps farther away. He doesn't look at it this time. His eyes move directly to the car. Driver's side facing him. He walks slower now. There's resistance in his steps, subtle, like walking through shallow water. He stops just before the door. His hand hovers inches from the handle. Something is wrong. He knows that. He doesn't know what. He looks back toward the kitchen door. He imagines, vaguely, that someone might be inside, waiting for him to come back. He cannot picture their face. His hand lowers. It closes around the handle. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. He inhales sharply, as if surfacing from deep water. The ceiling is beige. There is no dampness on his cheeks today. The other side of the bed is empty. He turns toward it immediately. His hand reaches across the sheets. He pats the mattress, searching. He frowns. He doesn't know who he expected to find. He sits up. The house makes its morning sounds. Ordinary. George stays seated on the edge of the bed longer than usual. His hand remains pressed into the mattress beside him. There is an imprint there now, not deep, but visible, as if someone had just risen moments before he woke. He stares at it. His throat moves. He waits for the shape to fade. It doesn't. Bathroom. He turns on the light and squints. The mirror shows him as he is, but something in his posture is different. He looks smaller. He runs the tap. Water splashes on the porcelain. He brushes his teeth. Halfway through, he pauses. Foam gathers at the corner of his mouth. He looks at his reflection and speaks, just to test it. Hello? The word sounds unused. He nods once, as if confirming something, rinses, spits, leaves the bathroom light on when he exits. Bedroom. The ring remains on the nightstand. He doesn't look confused by it anymore. He picks it up immediately, turns it over in his fingers. This time the engraving is clear. 2 initials. He traces them with his thumb. His face tightens. Not recognition, not fully, but pressure. Like a bruise pressed from the inside. He slips the ring into his pocket. Kitchen. The refrigerator hum is strained now, louder, uneven. The drawing is gone, only the magnet remains. The photograph of the woman is clearer than before. She is standing beside a small child. The child's face is blurred. Not out of focus, but erased. Smudged where features should be. George stares at the space where the face should be. His breathing changes. Slower. Measured. He reaches up and touches the photograph. His fingers tremble. He does not remove it. He prepares the coffee. Filter, grounds, water. The machine gurgles. He doesn't lean on the counter this time. He stands straight, waiting. The coffee finishes. He pours. 1 spoon of sugar. He remembers the creamer today. A splash. He stirs 5 times. Clink, 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 clink. He drinks half the mug in one swallow. Doesn't react to the heat. Garage. The air feels heavier still. The child's sneaker is gone. In its place, a small folded piece of paper. George approaches it slowly. He picks it up. It's a drawing. Crayon. 3 figures, a house too small. The sun large and yellow in the corner. The lines are darker here than they were on the fridge. Fresh. He stares at it. His lips move silently. He looks over his shoulder. The house is quiet. He folds the paper carefully and places it back on the workbench. He turns toward the car, driver's side facing him. He walks to it. He pauses inches from the handle. His hand shakes now. There is something inside the car. He knows that. He doesn't know what. He leans slightly, trying to see through the tinted window. The interior is dark, still. His reflection stares back at him in the glass. For a moment, he thinks he sees someone in the passenger seat. A shape. A shoulder. He jerks back. The seat is empty. He stands there, breathing harder than before. His fingers twitch. He whispers something. A name. It doesn't fully form. He closes his eyes, reaches forward. His hand wraps around the handle. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. He sits up immediately. His hand flies to his pocket. It's empty. He looks at the nightstand. The ring is there. He exhales, but it's not relief. It's confusion. The other side of the bed, there is a body-shaped indentation now, clear, as if someone slept there all night. George turns toward it slowly. His hand reaches out. He presses into the hollow. The sheets are warm. He freezes. The house makes its morning sounds, but beneath them, a faint sound from somewhere inside the house. A soft engine hum. Running. George doesn't move. He sits perfectly still, palm pressed into the warmth beside him. The engine hum continues. Low. Steady. Not loud enough to shake anything, just present. His eyes shift toward the bedroom door. The sound is not coming from outside. It's coming from within the house. He stands slowly. The indentation in the mattress remains as he rises. Bathroom. He does not turn on the light this time. He stares at himself in the dim reflection. There is a faint grayness beneath his skin. Not discoloration, not illness. Just absence of warmth. He does not brush his teeth. He does not shower. He turns and leaves. Bedroom. He grabs the ring from the nightstand and slips it onto his finger. It fits perfectly. He looks at it as if surprised by that fact. Kitchen. The refrigerator hum has stopped entirely. The house feels sealed. Air unmoving. On the refrigerator door, no drawing, no photograph, no magnet, just bare white metal. George opens it. The interior light does not turn on. The shelves are empty, not messy, not abandoned, simply empty. He closes it. The engine hum grows slightly louder. Garage. The door from the kitchen is already open. He doesn't remember opening it. Cool air spills in. The car is running. Exhaust invisible, but implied in the thickness of the space. The garage door is closed. The windows of the car are fogged from the inside. George steps forward slowly. He looks at the driver's seat. There is someone in it, head slumped forward, hands limp in their lap. He moves closer. The face is partially obscured by the angle, but the clothes are familiar. Gray t-shirt, jeans. His breath becomes shallow. He steps to the side, looks through the window. It's him. Mouth slightly open, eyes half-lidded. Skin pale in a way sleep does not cause. George stands there for a long time. The engine hum fills the space. He reaches toward the car door. His reflection overlaps with the body inside. Two Georges, one standing, one slumped. His hand hovers over the handle. He hesitates for the first time. His eyes move toward the house, toward the kitchen, toward the hallway beyond. He imagines someone there, a woman standing in the doorway, watching. He tries to picture her face. It flickers, blurs. He cannot hold it steady. The engine hum continues. His chest rises and falls slowly. He looks back at the body in the car. Something shifts in his expression. Not fear, not grief, recognition without context. He wraps his fingers around the handle. He pulls. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. The ceiling is beige. The crack near the fan mount is slightly longer now. The other side of the bed is undisturbed. No indentation, no warmth. He lies still. The house is silent. No hum, no refrigerator, no distant engine. He sits up. He does not look toward the other pillow. He does not reach for it. He stands. Bathroom, kitchen, coffee. 1 spoon of sugar, a splash of creamer, 5 stirs. Clink, 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 clink. Garage. The car waits. Driver's side facing him. He walks toward it without hesitation. There is nothing on the workbench. Nothing on the walls. Nothing on the refrigerator. The house is clean. Ordinary. He reaches out. His fingers close around the handle. The handle is cool. It fits into his palm like it was shaped there. He pulls it. The door opens. There is no body inside. The seat is empty. The keys are already in the ignition. George stands still for a moment, staring at the steering wheel. He gets in. The door shuts with a soft, airtight thud. The interior smells faintly stale. He places his hands on the wheel. They rest there naturally. Familiar position. He looks at himself in the rearview mirror. His face looks calm, not resolved, just calm. He turns the key, the engine starts, the hum fills the garage again. Low, steady. He doesn't open the garage door. He doesn't reach for the controls. He just sits there. The exhaust begins to gather invisibly in the enclosed space. He watches his own eyes in the mirror. They look distant. Somewhere else. His chest rises, falls, rises, falls. He exhales slowly. A memory presses at the edge of his mind. A hospital hallway. White walls, fluorescent lights. A small shoe in his hand. He blinks. The image fractures. Gone. His breathing slows. The engine hum remains constant. Unemotional, mechanical. His eyelids grow heavier. His grip on the wheel loosens. His head tilts forward. On the dash rests the small sneaker. George wakes at 6:12 a.m. The ceiling is beige. The crack near the fan mount is small again, unchanged. The other side of the bed is undisturbed. He lies still. No memory lingers, no echo of a hospital, no car, no garage, just morning. He sits up. Bathroom, mirror, brush, shower, bedroom. Jeans from the chair, gray t-shirt. Kitchen, white mug with the thin blue ring, filter, grounds, water to the line. The refrigerator hums steadily. A drawing is held to the door with a sunflower magnet. Bright crayon, 3 figures, a house too small. The coffee finishes. He pours. 1 spoon of sugar, a splash of creamer, 5 stirs. Clink, 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 clink. Garage. The air smells faintly of rubber and oil. The car waits, driver's side facing him. George walks toward it. Ordinary. He reaches out, his fingers close around the handle. And somewhere far outside the loop, a woman stands in a quiet garage, staring at a car with its engine long cold. She presses her hand to her mouth, a look of horror and disbelief shrouding her eyes. She whispers his name. Inside the house, untouched by time, George wakes at 6:12 a.m.